There goes the first one. Greetings guys and girls and fellow gamers, my name is Games for Kicks and welcome to Empyrion. Let's get an overview on our start location. Oh wow, there's bases around for days. There we go, that didn't hurt too much. But it got us a good overview. So there's a base over there, What a start! Welcome to Omicron, patch pre-alpha 5. So we started a new game, we're gonna get this the show on the road. And we're going to get started right away, no time to lose, because we need air, we need oxygen, we need to find straight away a way to live. Let's actually shoot this guy. He needs 15 shots to be exact. There we go. And we get some meat out of that. We also get, hopefully, another one along the way. I'm trying to play it actually in third-person view, that's very interesting. Anyway, patch 5, the reason I restarted is because the solar systems are in place and they added so many new plants. Oh, there's iron deposits, very nice. So if the iron deposit is here, we should probably go to the peninsula about here. Is that, I don't know if that's the word, I'm just using fancy words now and not knowing what they mean. So let's actually, oh, I missed. Oh, okay. Anyway, so what we can do now is, they added different planets, okay? And I went into the creative menu already, and they look absolutely awesome, okay? The warp drives are awesome, everything is awesome. The whole thing is just one big pile of awesomeness, okay? So, but the downside is we cannot, with our SV anymore, go into space. This is now left to the capital vessel. So the capital vessels can now enter the atmosphere again of the planets, which means you can build them here on the planet. Or maybe find one, I don't know. You know the capital vessel pieces that you find? It would be great if you could use one of them, repair it and fly into space, but they're quite big. So the first capital vessel I will be building will be basically no bigger than my usual SVs. It will be bare minimum capital vessel, okay? Because while it's a nice idea to let capital vessels come back and let them enter the Earth atmosphere, I also, when I was flying them in creative menu, find them a pain in the ass to fly because you can't really look out of the window. They don't have a cockpit properly. They have a cockpit which looks at a wall right in front of them, which is all a bit weird. Anyway, so I think we're here. Let's get started. Yes. I will be building a hovercraft, and that's purely just for resource gathering because I want to do that before I'm level 7. I want to get all the resources together as quickly as possible. I want to start taking on these bases over there, this one, over there, this one. Can't wait to see what they are. This one strikes me as a normal outpost. Anyway, we're losing time. I need to get started on the crafting, otherwise I'm going to die. So, because yes, when you start on Omicron, the pressure is on because of the air, the oxygen. So let's put the oxygen generator there. There we go. And let's put, come on, take it. Yeah, let's put 2 in there. Now we're gonna build our base here. I like this because there's very little fauna actually here which respawns. Actually only 1 here. So which means we can destroy all that to build our base. That is really lovely. So right here on the side then, what we're gonna do is we're gonna build our current constructor. Come on. We're going to put our resources in. The first thing I'm going to do, and that's why I got the meat, is I'm going to make 4 salamis, because these salamis are basically needed for food, okay? Just in case, I don't want to use the emergency rations just yet. So let's put everything to do with farming and food down here, get that out of the way. I don't like that being anywhere else. And that way we can use the rest of our inventory up here. So let's put that here in case we need it, in case it gets dark before we finish. Now I'm trying to not pain you too much following too much of the nitty-gritty things, because the beginning is always very boring, okay? So you gotta queue up your resources basically. Okay, so this is all queued up. Well, we let this run through. If you're interested, this was 45 electronics, and the rest you can see here. and that will allow you to craft pretty much everything you see here. Well, the large constructor, the small constructor, the small fuel tank. It will also take into account the small oxygen tank and an oxygen station, as well as a turret for the base. So let's get started looking for resources and explore a little bit. So while this is all queued up, let's make the best use of our time leveling up. So let's pick up everything that stacks. That's always something I recommend, okay? These things, they respawn and they're stuck, which is awesome. And you can make small medical kits out of them, which is great. Because having about 20 of them on you when you're trying to take over a base is a lifesaver. Sugarcane I don't really need, but it stacks. And it's also something, there you go, next level up, I can use without fear to continue leveling up. Okay, these guys here are great to pick up for spoiled food, because I don't really use them for anything. And these guys here, I have no idea what they're for. Okay, so I'm making my way up to the iron deposit, picking everything up along the way. These guys are great. I mean, this is 30 experience right here every time. Okay, so you pick up 10 of them, that's 300 experience. So if you look at your experience bar, you need 2,900 more experience approximately, plus minus a few. So 300 a pop is actually very helpful. So it's great. Now I could pick up all the aloe vera, which I'm not, because they don't stack. So they will just go off, and I don't think aloe vera actually regrows here when you pick it up. You see here, it doesn't leave a seed, so it's gone. And you don't want to really use that, because that is for big medical kits. So the one I have right now, they will be going off. So I'm gonna go to the iron deposit now, get some iron resources, so I can bring them back, and hopefully then everything will be already finished crafting or halfway through. Then we can continue exploring, or just continue mining. That's really what I'm gonna do. I mean, I would suggest to you, the best use of your time is mine the shit out of the mine, okay? Get as much resources of iron as possible, because you probably will be moving on very quickly with your hovercraft, and maybe even build a second base. So the first base will be your bare necessities. Well, big enough to get your way, to find a way around, probably a little farm on the side, but it will not be a permanent base. And then you probably will go to another planet like Akua, where you're gonna say, okay, let's build a big mofo base here, or you just say, screw that, build a small outpost as well there with the same resources. And oh, somebody here sounds frisky. And oh, there you are. Yeah, reload. They're also a great source for leveling up. There we go. 15 shots, always remember that, okay? A whole magazine if you don't miss, plus half a magazine. Okay, so we just found our mine. We made a little entrance, and we're probably gonna stay here for probably until there's only 3 hours left or something on the map. There you go. We dig a big hole, it doesn't really matter. It's absolutely fine. And we just build a slope out then. Always keep in mind though, in the beginning, your magazine, you only have 2 more drill charges, so don't get yourself dug into a hole that you can't get out of, okay? And always remember to pick these guys up as quickly as possible, because they, I think, do despawn. Also remember not to shoot too many animals. They're a great way of leveling up, but the problem is you only have an X amount of bullets in the beginning, so I only try to keep to shoot approximately 4 to maximum 5, because they all need 15 shots if you don't miss, and that's about it. And then the rest I'd leave for when the drones are coming and that type of thing. Okay, so after we went about through 2 magazines of ammunition, you want to be careful now. You want to make sure that you keep ammunition, because you also need to make ammunition. You need to use fuel packs, and you also want to get some rocks, actually, to be honest. Like, so the one thing I don't think I've picked up is rocks, because everything was iron ore. So what you might want to do is also go sideways from here into normal rock, just until you hit until you get a couple of rocks, because you need some rock dust. The only thing you actually don't start with in the beginning is rock dust. So if we just drill a hole here into the ground, there you go. There's some nice rock dust now. There you go. See? Nice. So once you have some rock dust, a little bit is enough. Then you have the resources you need if you want to make more bullets, you know, you need magnesium for them, or if you want to make no more ammunition for that. I think it's the ammunition for the filler and flattening tool, which actually needs rock dust. So the other ones, it doesn't. but you see all that in a little while. So let's go back and let's check on our, and again, while we go back, we pick up all these things. I mean, I'm already level 4, okay, because I picked up so much and I leveled up during the mining as well. So if you do it right and you play your cards right, you actually level up really, really fast. So let's go down to the beach and is there anything? And also pick up the fibers, as many as possible, because you need them later. And also pick up already some of the stuff that you need to perish until later, so that you can start increasing your farm quite quickly. So this game doesn't need you to do that, but especially if you're on Omicron, where oxygen is at a premium, you want to get the very first start very quickly on the go. Very quickly. So let's eat one of those aqua fruits for a bit of food and some stamina. Nice. Okay. Here we go. So let's see where we are. Nice. So this is already has the bulk of the... You see, this was so many. This will go all really fast now. So what we're going to do is we're going to queue up a small fuel tank. And while we're waiting for this to finish... Now, this is going rather quickly, actually. I think that will be all finished by the time it gets night. So we're not really too worried. We're going to do a little bit of nighttime work. And as soon as we then have our large constructor, we're going to make some windows and some outside lights. So what we're going to do now at level 4... is we're going to say, hey, we definitely want an oxygen station, and we definitely want the turret. Okay, so that's the first things we actually want to make sure that straight off the bat. Also, the salami we made is coming in handy now. You see it has a very long perishing time. That's why salami is great in the beginning. And let's eat it. So there we go. Nice. We also can waste one of the medical kits because we hurt ourselves earlier. Excellent. So now we're nearing our first resource end of oxygen. So what we're going to do is we're going to prepare the base grounds because we need a flat area for when we build a base. So let's just start right here, flattening this area. Okay, so we're flatten a nice big area here so we can start building our base there. That's going to be a good start. And let's see where we are. It's already getting nighttime in about 2 hours. And yes, we're doing really well. So you can see here, this is going through the last cables, then the 25 metal plates, then the pipes, and then actually we can... Yeah, we can start with that because once we have the base starter, we also want more hull blocks. We need approximately, I would say, yeah, 20 of those or 10 of those. And we need about 100 of those on top of the 8. So there you go. Now this is gonna take a while. Now this is the downside of this game. Like, you're going to have to wait and sit this out. You don't have a choice. Okay, so what I like to do is I like to just craft all this up first. This is already taking into consideration all the resources I need for an oxygen tank, for an oxygen station, and for a turret. And I'm waiting until this oxygen is completely gone nearly, and then I'm gonna take my 5 bottles of oxygen. They all have 50 value of oxygen, so if you look at that, you can hold 500, and they have 55, so that's 250 oxygen right there. So we can actually take it now if we want to. So let's do that, because it's not gonna waste. I just want to make sure it's not too full to waste. Okay, and that will get us a good 2/3 back up. Now I'm gonna go mine a little bit more ore because this is gonna take a little while, and then we will build our base. So the one thing I actually forgot is, before I can craft these guys, is we have all the resources now queued up, but obviously before we can craft the other ones, we have to build the actual intermediate resources like computers and motors and all that junk. So what I want to queue up is approximately 7 computers, 5 motors, not approximately, actually pretty much accurate. So 2 of those and 1 reactor core. The reactor core needs the motor, so that's why it's not finished yet. And then we're gonna, once these are finished and this is finished here, we can start building the shape of our base while we wait for all these to finish. And then these will be queued up. And that's it. So this whole queue is now done. Okay, so this will give us everything we need. And once these guys are done, we can start working on the base. Okay guys, so we're gonna start on the base. The rest of the stuff is still building. I think we can... I think this would be a good angle here. Yeah. This would be good. Close enough to the beach, but far enough away not to be directly in the water. Now, size-wise, because of that massive constructor, okay, what I have in mind is I want to have an extra 2 out on either side. So I want to be... come on. 2 out here, and then 2 out here. There we go. So that's about right, I think. So let's get that built in. There we go. Nice. Now, oh, there's a little corner left here. The reason I have this slope, it depends where I want my entrance. Now, I want my entrance... I wanted it on the beach side, but I'm actually going to put it on this side in the moment. So let's put the entrance over here on this side. And that's why I have the slopes there. Very good. And we can walk right into it. So let's see what we have here. Excellent. So once the small generator is finished on the fuel tank, then we have everything else that's left will be... everything else that's left in here on computers and control devices will be for our oxygen station, oxygen tank. But we need the large constructor for that in our base. Otherwise, it's not going to work. So this is all cutting it very close. I will be starting to run out of oxygen. And it's gonna get very, very close. But I already calculated all of this, and if I haven't forgotten to craft something, this should work. Okay, so we have this, and we have our large constructor. And we take these things with us here. And we can take these guys with us as well. And these stay here because they're crafted by the other guy. Anyway, so now I'm gonna go only into this view here because it allows me easier to place. Now I hope you guys can still see, okay, that it's brightish enough. The first thing we obviously want to place is the large constructor, followed by any of the other ones. The large constructor is the most awkward one to place. So that's why I go into this view here, so I can actually zoom out a lot and see what it looks like if I want to from all sides. Okay, now I want to build it here. That's fine. Boom. Okay, now I want to put the generator beside it. Actually put the generator right in front of it, or will we put it beside it? I mean, there's a wall gonna be here, so it's nothing to worry about. And we put the fuel tank right beside it there. Now what we're gonna do is we immediately gonna put the rest of our fuel in here, turn it on, and start crafting. Okay, so because what we want to do is immediately is craft the oxygen station, the oxygen tank, and that's it. You see, this is already what we made all these materials for, so that should be really quick now. And I already picked up the oxygen bottles from the other from the station down there. Now in a minute you're gonna hear an alarm which is gonna tell you that the drones will be attacking soon, but that's okay. So what we also want to start right away is the turret. Oh, I'm one cable short. Damn it. How did I calculate one cable too short? So let's craft the turret. Excellent. So let's place the oxygen station and the oxygen tank. Oxygen station we can place right here beside this. Put in 2 oxygen bottles in. And just before we start suffocating, we can put our... yeah, we actually can put that here. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I like that. Because we still can reach everything else. Excellent. So let's put that here. And off we go. Look. Ah, oxygen. Made just in time. Now, the drones are coming. So I'm going to have to hurry up. I want to take my turret. Okay. And this is going to take some finesse, I suppose. Whatever you want to call it. Okay, I have to turn that on. Okay, so we want to be... How high do we want to be? 1... 2, 3, so that's 4 high, and I want to make it 1 higher. Okay, so this is how high I want it. Now I want to go 3 out because 3 is the middle. Excellent. And now we want to place that again. I'm going to this mode because that means I can properly view it. I want to place it here. That's exactly the middle. Yes. Okay, so Now we want to go in it just to give it a test shot. And then get back out so that it can automatically shoot the drones down. That's it. We're prepared. The drones are coming. This is gonna take care of the drones and we're settled. You probably have enough light, but we shall give you more light. So let's craft some glass paints and some metal components and craft 10 lights. Excellent. Now I'm gonna go and get the rest of those. The drones should be coming literally right now, actually, because they usually don't take that long to show up in general. So we're gonna take the promethium, the rock dust, and we leave these guys here. There you go. And we just let it craft the iron ingots. Where are they? Oh, there they are. They're coming from over there. You see? Now that should be interesting. This turret should be taking care of them now very quickly. There we go. There goes the first one. Yeah, the only reason why I joined into the attack, even though I got shot at, was because I get experience when I start shooting at them as well. Excellent. Oh, beautiful. That's actually the first time I'm happy about bullets. Okay, so let's turn the light on, that you guys don't sit in the dark here all the time. I keep forgetting about the light. And let's see what we got out of that. Nice, more bullets. That is sweet. So we get a bit more meat. Okay, and a little bit more meat. Is there another one? Yeah. And one more. There you go. Excellent. Sweet. Now, and this is how you start on Omicron. Do not die. You can probably do the whole thing faster. I did that a couple of times, okay? I tried and errored this a couple of times, and I found that I can make it with just about enough oxygen if I want to do it like that, okay? So obviously, here's the lights now, queued up, and we're also gonna queue up a door. Actually, let's put all that stuff we got into here. There we go. And this is for the cooker. When we get the cooker, we're also going to fill in the blocks. Now we're going to use some interior lights as well to go all the way around on the second level or something. We're going to start making buying now the tools for removal tools, the filter and flattening tools. We want to get that light because we want to unlock that at level 7, and the flashlight so we can craft a new one, which is stupid that it doesn't give you that in the beginning because it gives you the damn flashlight into your hand. We get the oxygen generator right away, and a cargo box, and the water generator. And that's gonna get us all prepared for making food. Now, the first thing I'm gonna do is make a hover vessel. The hover vessel, again, cockpit. I just used the basic ugly cockpit, couldn't care less. I'm using the generator, I'm using a fuel tank and oxygen tank, and literally bare necessities, RCS unit and hover engine. I'm level 5 now. I can literally build the whole thing if I want, okay? And that's it. I'm not even gonna bother with, yeah, I'm gonna take that. I'm not even gonna bother with the weapon in the moment. I might take the fridge though. 6 and 7. That's 13, not enough for both. So I might take the, will I take the fridge? Yeah, I take the fridge for the meat. Anyway, so I think that's enough for this episode. So I'm gonna finish the base. In the next episode, we're gonna go hovercrafting and building the hovercraft and go on resource hunting while our base here will defend itself. And that's it. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this first episode in a new world on Omicron, to see how you start, how you get the oxygen going. If you ever wondered how to do it and you weren't able to actually start on Omicron yet because of the oxygen problem, there you go. You have it. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy the episode, remember to kick that like button in the ass like the gaming ninjas you are, and I hope I see you guys in another episode. And until then, as always, viel Spaß and happy gaming.